So, you've seen now how the browser turns HTML text into the tree structure of the DOM. Let's take a look at how it can turn that tree structure into a picture that we can see on the screen. I'm going to load up one of our sample HTML pages and check it out using developer tools to see what I can find. I have a sense of how the HTML of the page has a tree structure, but how does that relate to what is on the page? So, it looks like this OL element gets rendered as a large box, and each of these LI elements shows up as a smaller box inside it. The large box fills up the whole width of the page, while the smaller ones each look like they take up about a fifth of the page. And over here, in the style pane of the developer tools, we can see this same sort of box diagram. Here, it's got some parts labeled, margin and border and padding. This margin here might have something to do with the CSS code here that says margin 20px. So we saw earlier that the browser reads the text of the HTML document and turns it into a tree structure. And we had the question of how it gets from there into the two-dimensional layout of a web page on the screen. Well, these boxes are pretty much the answer to that. Every element that appears on the page gets laid out into a box, and these boxes land inside of other boxes. And the layout of these boxes, well, it's controlled by the tree structure with a little help from the CSS. So for instance, the HTML code for this list will always get translated into the same tree structure. And that tree structure will always be turned into boxes, one big box containing 3 smaller boxes. But then, whether those boxes get laid out like this, vertically, or like this, horizontally, and pink, is something that you can control with the CSS.